Welcome to NWJ. This is class 3 in the Complete Beginner series. This class I'm going to be introducing you to Sun Salutation B. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get ready to let go and let's flow. Alright, beautiful souls, so Sun Salutation B is an add-on to Sun Salutation A. I'm going to go ahead and demo a few of the new poses that you're going to be introduced to. You can either watch me do them or you can do them with me. We're going to run through Sun Salutation A and B twice, so that way the second time hopefully you'll feel a bit more comfortable and it will go more fluidly. But the first new posture I'm going to introduce to you is chair pose. So with chair pose, you want to make sure that your big toes are together and your heels are slightly apart. You want to go ahead and basically pretend like you're sitting back in a chair. So sink back in your hips here. Raise your arms up by your ears, sinking as low as you can, having the weight go on your heels. Make sure your tailbone is tucked, so you want from your head all the way down your spine. You want it to be a straight line, so you don't want it to be arched or over tucked. Straight line here, core engaged. Make sure your knees are not over your toes, pressing your thighs together, pinky strong in towards each other. Press up. I'm going to do it one more time in case you would like to do it with me. So go ahead and sink back into chair pose. If you don't want your arms up by your ears, you can go ahead and have your hands come to heart center. Breathe. Go ahead and press up. The next posture I'm going to introduce is Warrior One. Alright, so Warrior One is basically like crescent lunge, except for your back foot is turned slightly at a 45-degree angle. So you want your feet staggered here, pretending like you're on a ski slope or you're going skiing or something like that. Your back foot turned 45-degree angles. You want to press through your back leg, make sure it's straight, squeeze your left glute, bend into your right knee. Having your hips draw forward. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. If your back heel is coming up, that's a sign that you need to go ahead and walk that foot in a little bit more. From Warrior One, you can go ahead and raise your arms if you would like, engaging the fingertips, or you can have your hands draw to heart center. Alright, so that was Warrior One. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time in case you would like to do it with me. I'm going to do the other leg now. So go ahead and come into Warrior One. Pressing through the back leg, making sure your back leg is straight. Engaging your core, making sure your shoulders are over your hips. Right glute engaged here. You can draw your palms to heart center. Make sure your knees are not over your toes. Inhale, press up. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and run through Sun Salutation A and B. So go ahead and start at the top of your mat. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, have your palms touch, lowering to heart center. Go ahead and fold forward, coming into forward fold, bringing your chest to your thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your fingertips on your mat. Go ahead and step back into plank pose. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Go ahead and come into cobra. Exhale, shift back into tabletop. Continue lifting your hips up into the air, coming into downward dog. Staying here for a few breaths. Making sure there's no tension in the neck. So you can nod your head yes and no to make sure you have no tension in your neck or shoulders. Go ahead and walk your feet up towards your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and incorporate chair pose. So go ahead and have your big toes touch, heels apart. Bend your knees. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky, chair pose. Press your thighs together. Weight is in your heels. Knees are not over your toes. Go ahead and draw your palms to heart center. Press up to standing. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, palms touch, lower to heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your fingertips on your mat. Go ahead and step your feet back into plank pose, whichever variation you're taking. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Go ahead and come into cobra. Inhale. Exhale, shift back into tabletop. Press into downward dog. Few breaths here. Making sure you're taking full body breaths. Inhale, go ahead and step your right foot in between both of your palms. Go ahead and turn your left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Shimmy your right foot over a bit if you need to make sure your feet are staggered here. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Warrior one. If you want, you can have your palms come to your heart center. Breathe. Pressing through your left leg, engaging your core. Making sure your heel is down. Exhale, go ahead and lower your hands to the floor. Step back into plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tabletop. Press up into downward dog. Breathe here. You should be able to hear your breath. Inhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Exhale, go ahead and turn your right foot, making sure it's at a 45-degree angle. Go ahead and shimmy your left foot over a little bit if you need to make sure your legs are staggered. Press into your back leg. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Squeeze your right glutes here. Engage your core. Make sure your back leg is straight. Breathe. Exhale, draw your palms to heart center. Go ahead and lower your fingertips onto your mat. Step back into plank, whichever variation. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, whichever variation of chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tabletop, pushing back into downward dog. Resting here for a few breaths. One more breath here. Inhale, walk your feet towards your palms. Exhale, forward fold, bending your knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. From From here, go ahead and come into chair pose. Inhale, rise your arms up by your ears or have your palms come to heart center. Breathe. Make sure your knees are not over your toes. Go ahead and press up to standing. Inhale. Have your arms come to the sky. Exhale, palms touch, coming to heart center. One more breath here. Namaste. All right, so that was sun salutation A and B. We're gonna go ahead and run through it one more time. I'm gonna use less verbal cues, so that way it can be more fluid. Make sure to breathe as you're moving from posture to posture. Try to maintain that deep breathing. If you find yourself barely breathing, then that's a sign that maybe you should slow down or take a modification of a pose that you're doing. But let's go ahead and run through it one more time together. So go ahead and start in mountain pose. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Exhale, palms touch, coming to heart center. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower your fingertips to your mat. Step back into plank. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, go into chaturanga, whichever variation. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tabletop. Shift back into downward dog. Rest here for a few breaths. Go ahead and walk your feet towards your palm. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, go ahead and come into chair. Having your arms raised by your ears or having your hands come to heart center. Exhale, go ahead and press to standing. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, lower your palms to heart center, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your fingertips on your mat. Inhale, step back into plank pose. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, push back into tabletop. Continuing into downward dog. Taking some breaths here. Look at your feet or your belly button. Inhale, step your right foot in between your palms, turning your left foot at a 45-degree angle, coming into warrior one. Engaging your left glutes. Engaging your core. Making sure your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Exhale, draw your palms to heart center if they aren't there already. Go ahead and lower your fingertips on your mat. Step back into plank pose. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, shift back into tabletop. Pushing up into downward dog. Remembering to really engage your breath here. Inhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Turn your right foot. Come into warrior one. Remembering to shift your left foot over to the left if you need to stagger your feet. Raising your arms to the sky or having your hands come to chest center, heart center. Breathing here. Exhale. Have your palms come to heart center if they aren't there already. Go ahead and lower your fingertips to your mat. Step back into plank pose. Go ahead and shift your weight forward, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, come into cobra. Remembering to squeeze your glutes. Exhale, push back into tabletop, pushing up into downward dog. Breathe. Go ahead and walk your feet up to your palms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and come into chair pose. Have your big toes touch. Heels slightly apart. Inhale, sink into your hips. Arms by your ears, fingers engaged, or palms at heart center. Core engaged, glutes engaged. Exhale, palms comes to heart center if they aren't there already. Press to standing. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Have your palms touch. Exhale, lower slowly in front of you. Stopping first at your forehead for peace of mind. Then stopping in front of your eyes for clarity. Then stopping in front of your heart for acceptance. One more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you, lovelies, for participating in the Beginner Series Part 3 with me. I hope that you are able to find that you are able to move more fluidly through Sun Salutation A, since Sun Salutation B is an add-on to Sun Salutation A, which we went over in the previous class, and that your Sun Salutation B add-on was more fluid the second time around. If you have any questions whatsoever, drop them in the comment section below. Remember to shine the beautiful light that's inside every single one of you. Congratulations on starting your journey. Please remember to show your girls some love. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time.